Not good for your electronics. Also, once we start interacting with our whales, they are very large animals, and when they move around, the water will slosh around. So again, it's possible to get wet, so just be aware. Also, we will ask that you please keep all of your body parts and all of your belongings on your side of the glass. That is for your safety as well as the safety and the health of our whales. We don't want any foreign objects ending up in the water with our whales. All right, so let's talk about SeaWorld San Diego's killer whales. We have 11 killer whales living here. We have the largest pod of killer whales of any zoo or aquarium in the entire world. So you guys are pretty lucky to be here today and see this large pod of whales. Right now we have 6 whales that have access to this pool. They also have access to a pool behind this building right here. So they have the choice of whether to hang out back here or hang out next door. And right now it looks like all 6 of them are choosing to hang out next door, but it won't stay that way for the entire Dine. So don't worry, you will see them. But right now, I would like to tell you about the 6 individuals that have access to this pool. We have Porky, Ikaika, Keat, Shuka, Orchid, and Nakai. I'll tell you a little bit about each one of these whales, starting with Porky. Porky is our largest female, our second largest whale overall. She's 20 feet long. She weighs 8,500 pounds. And she's also our oldest whale at 52 years old. Now, not only is she the oldest whale here in San Diego, she's the oldest whale living in a zoo or aquarium anywhere in the world. And she is a very special whale for many reasons. But one of the reasons she's so special to us is because of her personality. Porky is a very sweet, gentle animal. We actually refer to her as the trainer of trainers, because when we have a new trainer move to Shamu Stadium that has never worked with a whale before, typically the first whale they're going to interact with will be Porky, and that's because of her personality. So she's just a real sweet whale. Now, despite her age, she is still one of our fastest swimming, highest jumping animals. So she's really fun to watch her in action. She's being joined by Ikaika. Ikaika is a juvenile male. In fact, he had a birthday just a couple of weeks ago. He turned 14 years old. Ikaika is besties with Porky. When we have all the gates open in our facility and the whales can choose which pools to go to, which whales to hang out with, Porky and Ikaika, almost 100% of the time, they will choose to be together. So they have a really good relationship. Ikaika's personality is goofy. He's kind of a goofball. And because of that, a lot of the trainers, he's a trainer favorite because he's just got a silly personality and he's a lot of fun to play with. We also have Keat joining us. Keat is an adult male. We have just 2 adult males here out of our 5 males. Keat is one of them. He is our 3rd largest whale. He's 20 feet long and he's a little over 8,000 pounds. He's very cool looking animal. He's just gigantic. He's got humongous pectoral flippers, big long dorsal fin, which those are 2 traits of adult males, is the humongous pectoral flippers and the long dorsal fins. So Keat's personality, slow-mo, baby. He's always, he's slow, he's mellow, he's laid back. His favorite thing to do is just get love from his trainers. So that's his personality. He's a really sweet guy. We also have Shuka. Shuka is a diva. She was born in France. She moved here to the United States about 15 years ago. She's been here at SeaWorld San Diego for about 4 years now. And she is one of our most athletic whales. I'd say she's our highest jumper, fastest swimmer, and just a lot of personality. And then last but not least, we have Orchid and Nakai. Orchid was the very first whale born at SeaWorld San Diego in 1988. And she made headlines, of course, because the very first whale born in a zoo or aquarium, kind of a big deal. And a lot of people came to see her the very first time people were able to watch a whale be born in San Diego. She's the 2nd whale in the company, in SeaWorld's company, to be born. The first whale ever born in a zoo or aquarium was born at SeaWorld Orlando, and that was just about 6 months before Orchid. So she was the first one born in San Diego, 2nd one born in a zoo. So she's very special for that reason. She's also a very intelligent whale. She learns things very quickly. And then last but not least, we have Nakai. Nakai just had a birthday last week. He turned 15 years old. Nakai was also born right here at SeaWorld San Diego. He still lives here with his mom and his his brother, his sister, and his niece. So he's got a big family tree living with him here in San Diego. So those are the 6 whales that have access to the pool. I'm not sure whether the trainers are planning on using all 6 of these whales for our interaction, or just a few of them will come back for the interaction. Well, I guess we'll see when it happens. But I just wanted to tell you a little bit about each one of these individuals. Now I want to take just a minute to answer the number 1 question I get every day about our whales. And that is about the dorsal fin. Why does it curve? This is my number 1 question that people want to know. So listen up, because I'm going to answer it. Why does the dorsal fin curve? There's lots of misinformation out there about this, so I'm going to let you know why it happens. Dorsal fins curve because there's no bone and no muscle inside of it. So, a male killer whale like Pete, his dorsal fin is about 5 foot 6 inches tall. Just to give you an idea of how tall that is, I'm 5 foot 7. So his dorsal fin is almost as tall as me. I'm able to stand up straight because I have bones and muscles inside of my body to help keep me straight. Pete's dorsal fin, no bones and no muscles. So over the course of many years, if the animal spends time at the surface of the water, gravity can cause the dorsal fin to curve to the side because, again, there's no bone or muscle inside to make it stay straight. So it has nothing to do with Pete's mood, it has nothing to do with his health, it has nothing to do with his age, it has nothing to do with him living at SeaWorld. In fact, wild killer whales can get a curved dorsal fin as well. And some of our whales, most of our whales actually have straight dorsal fins. So a lot of times you'll hear people say it happens to every whale that lives in a zoo or aquarium, but that's not true. It's simply because, again, there's no bones and no muscles inside of that gigantic heavy structure to support it, and that's why it can curve. All right, now you guys all know the answer to the dorsal fin question. Really quick, a couple other things that I like to answer about our whales is about our training program. People want to know, why do you have killer whales at SeaWorld? Why do you train them? And I think that's a really important question to answer. And there's a lot of reasons why we train our whales. So just to share some of those with you. One reason we train them is it allows us to take care of them. So many of our whales, well, not many of them, all of our whales are trained to participate in their own health care. So for example, all of our whales, even little 1.5-year-old Amaya, are trained to allow our veterinarians to take a blood sample from them. And that's really important to collect these blood samples because it tells us a lot about the whale's health. Just like when you go to the doctor and you get a blood taken, the doctor looks at your blood and they can tell all sorts of things about your health. It's the same thing with the whales. Our veterinarians can look at those samples and tell all sorts of things about the whale's health. So that's one reason why we train them, so we can take care of them. We also train them for research. In fact, our whales right now are participating in several different research projects. Oh, looks like we got some whales on the way. Something's happening. Jump in the middle. Here we go. Woo! That was Orca, everyone.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
So again, our whales right now are participating in research, and the research that we collect here is research that is then taken and extrapolated to wild populations and helps in conservation of wild populations. Looks like Nakai's coming this time, and it looks like he's sliding out. Here he is. So that's our 15-year-old that just had his birthday last week.
Right now, I'll get you some going, okay? There you go.
All right. Obviously, there's a lot more reasons why we train our whales, but there's other things happening now, so I'm going to step off the mic so that you can see all the exciting things happening. It looks like we're being joined by Orchid, Nakai, and Shuka. Orchid is the whale closest to me. Shuka is in the middle. Nakaya's on the end.
I guess a little water.
So again, great time to get your cameras out, everyone.
I'm glad we put your mom on the other side of the table so you can see more. You can see without turning around. You wanted to get splashed, you got splashed. I said you wanted to get splashed today, you got splashed. Do you want anything else, Patty? You said you were hungry, you didn't eat hardly anything. Did you try the fish? That's a fish, potatoes.
All right, Orca's going to be jumping on the far side of the pool. This is our original baby Shamu, first whale born here in San Diego. Here she comes.
Amazing how much they weigh and how they move through the water. And that brisket is so good. Try out. What's you wearing that shirt for? It's not
You guys
Wednesday.
know to work down the tables. Can I get you guys anything else to drink? Any water or anything? Any more lemonade? Water? Yeah. I'll be right back.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you want some water?
Famous? Some more water. Put me one.
Go get more. Is there anything you want? Any Patty? Is there anything you want to eat? You didn't like anything on there? Is there something else you'd like? They got salad in there. There's fruit. There's chicken nuggets in there.
Everybody take some plates with them now?
Yes.
You're welcome.
Very, very cold.
Yes. Can I take a plate?
Grab your fork.
Salt diet and a lemonade. You're all done, too?
I think so.
Sorry. I don't want to be in here.
There's some desserts in there.
Oh, you're fine.
There's more desserts. You want me to take your sunglasses off?
She's happy now. Like, this is what I want. I get what I want. I'm gonna get what I want. I like that sound too. Yeah, I get that on it. She used to do a high pitch hum on this, but I can't get her to do it anymore. She lost it really soon after she came.
Got big old black ice there. You like ice?
Does she still mimic dolphin sounds?
Yeah, a lot of the vocals she makes, she got from living with the dolphins at Marine.
Yeah. They said that she was kind of trying to like communicate with them.
Yeah, we have a whale linguist, if you will, that does a lot of studies with our whales. And unfortunately, I don't think she's ever listened to her vocals, but we have another whale named Ulysses that lives with dolphins, and he speaks a little bit of dolphin dialect.
It's amazing, yeah. I mean, when they live together with another species, it shows that they can actually learn other languages if they want. High flyer indeed. People jokingly say that if she flies even higher out of the water, she will take off like a plane.
She gets up there.
Yeah, the practice here and ready for
Is this it? I think so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've asked all three of our whales to head to the center of the pool and do their final behavior of our Dine with Shamu. They're going to bring their tails up and wave goodbye to you, Shamu style. Very nice. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We hope you had a good time. We hope you learned something new. And we would like to invite you to our show. We do have another show this evening. It's at 4:30. And it is a one ocean show. So it is a different show than our earlier killer whales up close. If you happen to make it to that show earlier today, do come back this evening and see the other show because it is completely different.